what my top 7 must-have air fryer accessories are, plus a few of it would be nice to have air fryer accessories, then you're gonna wanna keep watching. Oh, and guess what? I got a small giveaway, but you gotta watch to see what it is. It's Kelly and welcome back to Mama Needs a Goal. Thank you so much for joining me today, and if you're new here, welcome. So friends, that's right, today we're going to be talking about my top 7 must-have air fryer accessories. These are the items that I use all the time when I use my air fryer, and then I'll go over just a few items that would be nice to have, but you don't have to have, but they do come in handy. And also, I will be doing a very small giveaway today, and if you want to see what that is, you need to keep watching. Later in this video, I will show you what that item is, and I will tell you how you need to enter. So anyway, let me stop talking, and I'm going to head over to the table and sit down and just quickly go over all my must-have items. So I'm sure many of you know air fryers have become increasingly popular as a healthier alternative to traditional deep frying, and there are a number of accessories that can really help make cooking with an air fryer even more convenient and enjoyable. So I'm going to go over my top 7 air fryer accessories. I keep wanting to say air fryer recipes. My air fryer accessories. These are my personal favorites, and I wanted to share them with you. So the first one is silicone tongs and spatulas. These tongs to me are essential for removing all the hot items out of the air fryer, and also for flipping. I like this to use, especially when I'm doing like tater tots and stuff. I can just kind of quickly push them and flip them up. And the reason why I like the silicone tongs is because they won't damage the non-cooking coating that is on your air fryer. You know, one of the biggest things is when you're pushing things around, like especially with this, it can scrape the coating off of your air fryer. I do have a air fryer basket, the stainless steel one, so it's not as worrisome for me for damaging it, but I find the silicone ones do not melt either, so that's very important too, and it just grips easier, and it's a lot easier for me to pick them up and flip them over, or just use my silicone spatula and push them over. So these 2 items here are, I would say, my top number 1 favorite accessories to have. So my second favorite air fryer accessory is my oil spritzer or my oil brush. Air fryers typically require very little oil, but a sprayer can be a great way to evenly distribute the oil on the food that you need. It just disperses just a small amount. Again, you can use a brush if you don't have a sprayer, and you can just brush it on the food. It just adds some flavor and texture to it, and it also helps crisp up the food, as well as stopping it from sticking to your air fryer basket. I really like this one. I had a different one where you had to pump it, and I kept spraying myself. I like the fact that this is glass as well. I got this from Temu. It is the latest craze on YouTube. Everybody's been ordering from them. I don't know if you've heard about them or not, but just the FYI, I have a shopping haul coming up from them, and this is one of the items that was in there. But I really like the fact that it's glass and not plastic, and this spray is great. It evenly distributes the food. If you don't have one of those, get yourself a brush, and you can just brush the basket, the oil on the basket, or on the food. It works beautifully. So now let's go ahead and move over to my third must-have air fryer essential or accessory. So it is a heat-resistant pot holder or glove. These gloves are essential for safety when you're removing those hot trays. The air fryer basket really gets hot. It helps protect your hands from getting any burns. And they could just be used for a variety of other cooking tasks as well. You can use it as a mat, but I really do like these a lot. I know a lot of people use the ones where they look like a mouth. My hands, I do not have a good grip on my hands, and I can't use them. This works really well. Also, oftentimes I use a pot holder, but I'm going to be honest with you. My hand has slipped off that pot holder numerous times and I have burned myself. So really, this is ideal. It has a nice little grippy thing on here that grips it. But a heat-resistant pot holder or glove is essential. So now let's go ahead and move on to my number 4 item. All right, so my 4th essential accessory, I keep wanting the same recipe, is a silicone mat. Silicone mats help prevent the air fryer basket from touching your countertop or your any surface. They come in a variety of sizes. They come in a variety of colors. And the best part is they're very easy to clean up. This size here works great for my air fryer basket, but if you have a larger basket, they do come in larger sizes where you can get them bigger. I did order this again through Temu, and I will be having a shopping haul from them. Also, another important thing that I want to mention, these are great if you're using your air fryer. There are certain air fryers that the heat comes out from the bottom, and these are great to have to sit the actual air fryer on top, not just the basket, the entire air fryer, because I have had an incident in the past where the air fryer basket was way too hot and did some damage. So these are also great to actually sit your air fryer on to prevent any kind of damage from your on your countertop. So these are an essential in my opinion. So now let's move over to number 5, an air fryer cooking chart. Yes, an air fryer cooking chart. I did post a couple days ago a chart that I found on Amazon or something, but I wanted to create my own based on what I cook as well as the times that I use when I cook it. So I did make my own little chart. I will be sharing this with you soon. I'm going to try to save it as a PDF as well as a JPEG file so you'll be able to print it out. But this is the one that I created, and the nice thing is you can print it and you can laminate it so you don't have to worry about it getting damaged when you're using it, you know, spilling or anything on it. And you can also put it in your cookbook if you have a cookbook. And you know what, I'm going to link how to create the perfect cookbook in this video, because I do have a video on that and I absolutely love the way my cookbook is, and this would be great to add in there. But you know, these charts, they can include a wide variety of different foods such as chicken and fish, vegetables, and even desserts. The chart typically provides information on the recommended temperature settings and cooking time for each of the different foods. And this information is based on the size and the thickness of the food, as well as the desired level of doneness that you like. There are some things I like cooked more than others, and baked potatoes is one of those. It's also helpful to those who are new using an air fryer. You know, the more you do it, you kind of know what temperature and how long to cook it. But if you're new, it is extremely helpful. It can help you achieve the best results with your cooking. It can help you avoid overcooking, undercooking. It'll just make sure that your food is at a safe temperature. So like I said, I will be sharing that with you. So now we can move on to number 6 and 7. All right, so number 6, and this may seem a little strange to you, but for me, it is an absolute must-have, and it is a cord organizer. Yes, a cord organizer, and you're thinking, what? I got these from Temu, and again, I'll be sharing that haul. It came in a package of 6. these are just these small little plastic, they're like rubber, and they have like a little sticky on the back, and they're just designed to go on the back of your appliance, and you wrap the cord around it, and it has like this little notch in the middle where you stick it through there when you get to the end of it. They truly are useful for keeping cords tidy. You want to keep things clutter free. They just make your workspace just so much neater looking. And they also can prevent the cords from becoming tangled or twisted. And the reason why this is really a must-have for me is my air fryer is very large. I know you guys have seen it. I keep it in the pantry. And there's no way to wrap the cord, and I kept wrapping it and putting a tie around it, and oftentimes it come undone, and then I'd lose the tie. And what was happening when I would take it off of the wire shelf, the cord would get caught in between the wire shelving, and it's heavy, and when I carry it and go out, it gets stuck in there, and then it like jerks me, and I've almost dropped it a few times, and I'm like, you know what? I can't keep doing this because I'm eventually going to drop it. So I purchased these. I'm going to insert a clip right here just to show you how they work. All right, so wasn't that cool? I really like them. I think they are a must-have, especially if you have your air fryer on a shelf or something and you're moving it back and forth. If it's just sitting on your counter, it's kind of would be nice to have because it would just keep the cords nice and neat. So it can be a must-have for some of you, and it also could be would be nice have for some of you. So that is number 6. All right, so now we're going to move on to my last must-have air fryer accessory. All right, my friends, my very last one, and this is a thermometer. Yes, a thermometer. Using a thermometer can be very helpful for achieving the best results for your cooking. A thermometer allows you to ensure that your food has reached the correct internal temperature for safety and doneness. This is particularly important when you are cooking meat, poultry, or fish. You know, many air fryers have a built-in temperature control, and that allows you to set the desired temperature, but the actual temperature inside the air fryer can vary depending on factors such as the size of the appliance, the type of food that you're cooking, the air circulation. There's just so many different variables. So using a thermometer can actually give you can accurately measure the internal temperature of your food. There are many different types of thermometers. This one here is a digital thermometer. They also have like the probe thermometers, the infrared why am I struggling saying thermometers? But there's tons of different ones. I like this one here. It is digital, and all you have to do is pull this out. When you pull it out, it automatically turns it on. When you're done, you close it, and it turns it off. You know, it doesn't matter which one you use, but if you're cooking meat or fish, you definitely want to make sure you use one for doneness. So that leads me to our giveaway. Yay, your giveaway. So friends, I have 2 of these, and I'm going to be sharing one with one of my lucky subscribers. So in the past, I've always done my giveaways on my YouTube channel. I am not doing that this time. This giveaway is going to be on my Facebook page. So what I want you to do is to go over to my Facebook page. I will have that link in this video in the description box. So all you do is need to go over to the Facebook page, and I want you to comment on Facebook what your favorite meal is. It can be jambalaya, it can be tacos, whatever. Just comment and say what your favorite meal is. And those who comment what their favorite meal is, I will use comment picker and I will add them all in there, and someone, lucky winner, will win one of these. There are a few stipulations. You must be 18 years old and you must reside in the United States. Obama Needs Gold will not be responsible for any lost items or damaged items. So just head over to my Facebook page and comment what your favorite meal is, and you will be entered for a chance to win one of these digital thermometers. All right, so that concludes my favorite 7 must-have air fryer accessories. Now let's go ahead and talk about some of the would be nice to have accessories. All right, so the first items I'm going to talk about are non-stick baking pans. I really like the non-stick. These are little tart non-stick cups, or I'm not really sure what they're called. They're like for little tarts or pastries. I like these when I'm just making like little egg bites and things like that. They fit nicely right on my air fryer basket. They're non-stick. I don't have to worry about spraying them. And these work really great. They are not a must-have, but I do find them to be useful. Next thing that's nice to have are oven-safe items for the air fryer. Most of the air fryer accessories that you can use, such as the baking pans or silicone mats and all those items you use in the oven can also be used in the air fryer. So you don't need to go out and buy special air fryer pans and all. These little ramekins are great. You can do little quiches in here. You can do muffins and little cakes in there. These work great in the air fryer. I have just a little baking pan and a muffin tin. You just need to make sure that they fit in the air fryer. You want to make sure that they are oven safe. And when you put them in the air fryer, you want to make sure there's plenty of room around the edges. You don't want it to be super tight in there because it will not bake evenly. You want to make sure there's room enough for air to circulate. You can go out and buy special silicone items to put in your air fryer that are specifically for air fryers, but honestly, these work just as well, so you don't need to go to that extra expense. I know the air fryer baskets are much smaller. Hit the dollar store. That's where I bought these. These both fit in my air fryer. And like I said, the little ramekins, you can get 3 or 4 of them in a round basket. And like these little tart things, you can get several of those as well. So just use your oven safe items. I honestly personally would steer clear of more of the glass items because I would be a little concerned about them cracking, but please check the manufacturer instructions to see if it would work, but don't buy special ones. These are nice to have. Just buy the little cheapy ones and you're going to be good. So now let's move over to another one similar on the same lines, and that is parchment paper. I purchased these. I actually bought these from my mother to use in her air fryer because hers is the basket round style. These are great for cleanup. You can buy the ones that look like coffee filters that'll really be great for cleanup because you don't, if they splatter, it's not going to be as messy, but you're still going to have a little bit of cleanup. But these are really good, especially if you're using, these are perforated. They have little holes in them, and that's why I like these. This is sealed. I don't want to open it up. They have little holes in them, like little hole punches throughout them, and I prefer these over regular parchment paper. One, because it helps with the circulation. It goes through the little holes. It fits the exact size. You need to be very careful that you don't use a large piece and you're not getting the circulation, because that would cook the food unevenly. But these are really great, especially if you're cooking pizza or anything with cheese, because that often drips down into the air fryer and burns. These are great to catch it, and it's much easier to clean up. The other thing that I do want to note or comment about is if you are using parchment paper in your air fryer, you want to make sure that it's weighted down. And what I mean by that is that the food that you use, you don't want to put like say pita chips on here, because most likely the air flow will blow the parchment paper and it'll end up getting burnt or touching the air fryer elements, and you don't want that to happen. So you want to make sure it's weighted down, something that covers it all, that has a little bit of weight to it. So that is would be nice to have, but you don't necessarily have to have it. And then the last thing is a microfiber cloth and some Dawn power wash. You can use soap and a sponge. It works well. I prefer Dawn everything, and I usually use just my Dawn soap and my sponge. I do not use the scrubby part of my sponge because I don't want to damage my air fryer. I am lucky, though, to be honest with you, that I can put mine in the dishwasher. I personally wouldn't put the non-stick ones in there. The basket style ones, I would be afraid that it would damage the surface of it, and I wouldn't want to use the scrubby part of the sponge. But having a microfiber cloth and this Dawn power wash would be really nice to have, because you can soak it in this, and this helps get up all that sticky burnt on food that's on there. So, you know, using Dawn and a sponge works great, but this is also a nice to have, for especially for those food items that are burnt on. So friends, that is it. That is my must-haves and would be nice to have. There are a ton of items out there on the market. There are so many, and you know, companies are geared to get you to buy their items, so you need to be a little bit cautious, you know, when they're saying you gotta have this, you gotta have this. Watch some videos, watch my air fryer February videos, watch some other people that use their air fryer and see the tools that they're using, because that'll give you a clue what you really do need. So don't buy into all that, you know, you gotta have this and you gotta have that. I'm just showing you the items that I personally use all the time. They are must-have for me. They may not be for you, but I hope that it does help you. So friends, thanks so much for joining me. Don't forget to go over to my Facebook page and comment on my Facebook page only, not my YouTube video, my Facebook page, where this video will be posted. You want to comment where the video is posted and just tell me what your favorite meal is, and I will go ahead and add you in for a drawing for this thermometer. Again, you have to be 18 years old, reside in the US. So friends, I wish everybody good luck, and thanks so much for joining me. Oh, and please don't forget to hit that little subscribe button, as it does greatly help me out. And please check me out over on Facebook, Instagram, Pinterest, and Twitter as well, as I am active on all those social media sites too. So friends, thanks so much, and I'll catch up with you next time. Bye.